What's going on? It's Big A the Man Geek, and I thought I'd do just a little quick video on Dark Knight's Batman the Drowned, part of the Dark Knight's Metal tie-in. I've gotten all the other ones so far, so I thought I may as well get this one. And I was always wondering as to how this version of Batman is a woman. I was wondering as to whether it's Batman combined with someone else who has underwater powers or Atlantean or what have you. But this story, it's actually pretty good. There's a lot of kind of monologuing, but the way I see it, it's kind of like a sea tale, a pirate's tale, so to speak. And from what I can tell, it's a tale about hate and someone becoming the very thing that they hated the most and that they were fighting against. They became and turned into that thing. So you've got an Earth here. Well, actually, the story is kind of told in flashback, and this version of Bruce Wayne is, well, it's female, and her name is Bryce Wayne, which I actually thought was a pretty cool way of doing the name. Like, when I first read it, I didn't actually read it as Bryce. I read it as Bruce for some reason in my head. And then only afterwards, when they say her name again, did I realise, oh, her name actually is Bryce. Because in between I was thinking, why didn't they call her Bryce? Why did they call her Bruce? Like, what's the reason for giving her a male name? But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, we get a flashback to kind of this Batwoman, I suppose, her world, and fighting against the Atlanteans. And then, yeah, she becomes the very thing she hates the most in order to defeat them. And she often mentions that someone by the name of Sylvester, who I'm guessing is her Earth's Selena Kyle. And we get a story about kind of like, well, we don't even know what we can assume what happened to Sylvester. But I don't think we're ever outright told as to what happens. Out of all of these tie-ins so far, I don't think this is the best one, but I think it's as good as Murder Machine. I think the best one has been Red Death so far. I thought that one was absolutely, like, just crazy to look at, just amazing. Like, I thought that one was really good. But no, you know what, to be honest, I had no interest in getting in any of these Dark Knights tie-ins, but they're actually pretty good. Like, I'm actually pretty impressed. Like I said, this one, it's kind of like a pirate tale, or it's told in a kind of pirate tale. To be honest, I'd prefer, I mean, a lot is said, but not a lot of it is really necessary in order to tell the story. I feel that these days there's a lot of times when there's like kind of internal thoughts or monologues or captions of what characters are thinking. There's a lot of it, and not a lot of it is needed. Like, and I felt that with this book, that some of it was needed and other bits of it weren't. But yeah, overall, I think the book was pretty decent. Like, I advise anyone who's got the other tie-ins to buy in this. I mean, that it's interesting to see as to these worlds and as to how these Batmen, or in this case a Batwoman, kind of came to be. And it's always something consumes them. I guess it's the dark. Well, let's call it the darkness, I guess. Yeah, darkness consumes them, and we all know what Bruce Wayne is like, and he just goes 100% at things, and he's good at doing that. You know what I mean? He's relentless. That's what it is. All these alternate versions of Batman are equally relentless as well, and so you just get these crazy kind of like these crazy stories of these characters. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I'm wondering if at some point in the future you get kind of like a more in-depth look, because I mean, these kind of one-shots, they give us a bit of a look, but they don't give us the kind of the full story as to how it all came to be. Like, I guess in the future they could do kind of like a 6-issue miniseries for each one, showing us going from Batman to whatever it is they end up at the end. I think that's something that they could explore in the future. I don't know as to whether people would actually want that. I think it would be quite cool to see that, but I don't know as to whether people would actually want it or not. But I wouldn't mind seeing it myself. But yeah, it's all right. So yeah, I'm rambling now. The art's pretty good. Like, I've not really got anything bad to say about the art. It'll suffice. I still don't think it was as good as anything in the Red Death, but no, I wasn't offended by any of it, or didn't think any of it was like really poorly done. Yeah, I kind of like the style. It's all right. It's not my favorite kind of style, but yeah, it's pretty good overall. But anyway, yeah, that was just a quick little thoughts on Batman the Drowned, Dark Knight's Metal tie-in. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you got this. Let me know as to what you thought. Share, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.